AITA for being honest with my boyfriend's mom when she asked if I was enjoying her wedding. I've been with my BF, Alex, for 2 years. I get along okay with his mom, Jane. Sometimes she is a bit of a just no mill. Anyway, she got married recently and they wanted a smaller, more laid-back wedding. Because she did the traditional wedding the first time. They got married at a vineyard and it was really nice. For dinner there was fancy brick oven pizza and salad, and later there was a mac and cheese bar. Dessert was caramel brownie cheesecake or berry cobblers. I hate cobbler. You probably caught on that there was a lot of cheese. There were also charcuterie boards. So a whole fuck ton of cheese. Don't get me wrong. I like non-traditional weddings and the food was out of this world. But after dessert I was on the verge of shitting myself. I went to the bathroom, feeling like I was going to die. And it wasn't pretty. The groom's 2 daughters, late teens and early 20s, were in there. They are both horrible. They have talked so much shit about Jane. And are just mean girls. When I came out, they were both snickering and looking at me. I was mortified. I ended up in there again. Because holy hell, that woman likes cheese. Later I went over to where she was sitting with her new husband and Jane asked if I was having fun. I said it was beautiful. But admitted I'd been in agony because of her menu. And she really should have had some more balanced options. Because a lot of people are dairy sensitive. I then told the groom about what happened with his daughters. He just looked at me weird and then said it was his wedding night and he doesn't want to hear an account of anyone shitting. My BF got annoyed and said I should have just lied. Because you don't complain to the couple at the wedding. But I feel like she should know for future parties. And he should know so he can talk to his daughters. Jane is on her honeymoon. So I don't know if she is mad. She didn't seem it, but a couple of Y friends said I am the asshole and it isn't Jane's problem. At someone's wedding, the only acceptable answers to that question are a wonderful thank you. You look beautiful. B. Wonderful thank you. What a great venue. C. Wonderful thank you. I am so happy to be part of your day. Never acceptable is, I overate the cheese and was shitting through the eye of needle. This is something not explicitly written in Debrits but implied, I think. YTA. WTF. YTA. None of what you said was necessary. Firstly, nobody made you eat any of this. You know what your dietary restrictions are and should be well aware of your dairy limit. You probably should have had more salad and crackers and less pizza. Secondly, to go to the bride or groom and let them know anyone was talking shish. T was just crass. Pretty sure it's basic wedding etiquette to not bring up unnecessary drama to bride and groom during the wedding. Thirdly, you think she doesn't know what her stepdaughters say about her? You think he doesn't know? This isn't some grand revelation you made that needed to be shared right that damn moment. You're being a just no dill. YTA. No one made you eat any of this. If you knew you're dairy sensitive, then you should have just eaten in moderation and sucked it up for the night. Complaining to the couple about their wedding on their wedding day no less is completely rude and tactless. Info. I don't understand. Why did you eat all the cheese? YTA. A pot stirrer for sure. One who repeats an insult. Gives the insult. The brain as a filter between your emotions and your mouth. Use it. YTA. A tactless asshole. There was no reason for you to spoil their night. You could have said it was lovely and kept your opinion on the menu to yourself. If you thought what the girls were saying needed to be addressed, you could have easily sent an email in the following days. Also, if you know you are dairy sensitive, then why did you eat so much cheese in the first place? Yeah, Your wedding wasn't up to my standards. Maybe at your next party, you should ask me what your menu should be like. I don't know why anybody would have all of these dairy products laying around knowing that I'm lactose intolerant. Also, your daughters are rude and laughed at me after I tore the bathroom up. I was so distressed I had to eat more dairy and I tore the bathroom up again. Also, cobbler is stupid. I wonder why they're upset when you were just so honest. YTA face with rolling eyes. YTA. Why did you stuff your face with cheese if you're dairy sensitive? And yeah, why did you think at their wedding night they want a verbal account of your explosive toilet issues? Why not just say wonderful wedding? I may have overindulged in the food, but it was delicious.
100% AITA.
YTA. You said it was beautiful. You could have left it at that. It's not like she was going to be having one of these things on the regular, so there was zero chance you were going to be attending another one. Yes. YTA. You ate all the dairy. Nobody forced you to. Even if you did have some legitimate feedback. There's a time and a place, and B. What's the point? It's a wedding, not a regular thing to be improved upon for next time. YTA. A wedding is not the time or place for that mess. YTA. Sometimes I wonder how y'all get through an entire post without going, yeah, I'm an asshole. YTA. Jesus, dude. Nobody made you eat all that dairy, and no one cares if you hate cobbler. YTA. My friend had a wedding where they ran out of food and water. And the organizer was out because she was sick. So we sucked it up and didn't eat. We were the table of her friends from out of town and the youngest, so we weren't worried about passing out like the older guests. Helped get people get clean water to drink. It was 95 degrees out. And moved the tables into the shade. What we didn't do was tell her and ruin her day. Later I told her once she was back from the honeymoon. She was upset then, but at least she got to enjoy her wedding and honeymoon. She did share her feedback with the venue about the poor catering and the lack of water. After I told her, her friends all went out after the reception and had a nice dinner together afterwards as a group. Now years later we have a good laugh about it. But we didn't ruin her big day to complain since she couldn't have fixed it anyhow. YTA. Sometimes you've just gotta say, it's lovely, thank you for inviting me, and leave it there. YTA. Any complaint is poor behavior for a guest. I'm someone who has little shame and speaks her mind when normal people would be embarrassed too. Just like you. But I still have tact. I know who not to talk to about that stuff. If you don't know on your own why YTA, you are the just know when you probably think Jane is. YTA. You willingly chose to eat all that dairy. No one forced you to. YTA. Your BF is 100% right. It's not like they could have changed the food choices that day. If you're dairy sensitive, then don't eat so much cheese. Eat meat, crackers, or other non-cheese things. If it's a constant problem, then you should bring snacks with you in the car in case you're hungry and don't have food options. That agree with you. Carrying tales to the husband about his mean daughters was not needed either. He likely knows what they're like, and further, if you discussed running to the bathroom to poop, that was not needed either. You need to work on your social skills.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.